Mirage. So Train is a. We talked about that already.
We have talked about it a lot. One of the big things we kept coming back to is just how difficult it is for the T side to hold on to B site once they go for the plant. The rest of it comes down to, can you actually get onto the site? Money, so critical when it comes to Train as well. Smokes, mollies, control factors, delay the time up. And we'll see how both Kinguin and Titan approach this. We did have this map earlier, I say earlier in the day, when Virtus Pro were the ones doing that. Sorry, that was last night. And they kind of had this nice little defense up the ramp in B, which worked very well.
Yeah, especially Taz was holding down that area really nicely. And we are not live, by the way, if you take a look at them.
No, we're not. Just relax.
Just pointing that out.
Well, unless Titans decide to go completely AFK. Yeah, we're not live.
Yeah, they are team huddling right now. Not huddling yet, but they are team talking. You can see it on the very left corner on the screen. You can see, who is it? I think it's Maniac or Smiths.
Yeah, they just have a bit of a powwow before they start up, and then they'll be ready to go. There's no reason to rush. This is the winners bracket final. You want the quickest way into the grand final.
And the, so to speak, easier way as well, because you don't have to play as many matches. You get to relax a little bit, and you see your opponents play. And that's something that the teams can adjust upon.
It's also rough to get through that lower bracket, because the lower bracket's been played off stage, so I believe there were a couple of streams being set up so you could follow that. But the lower bracket consisting of both Virtus Pro as well as Na'Vi, you don't want to have to battle up against them to then have another chance to come into the grand final. The day's already going to be long enough as it is, and going up against like either Na'Vi or Virtus Pro, but especially Virtus Pro, where you think you've got it, you break concentration for a second, and then they just hit back and drop you like a sack of potatoes. You just cannot. You cannot. But you don't want to. As I say, you cannot go into that position. One of these teams has to be in that position, Titan or Kinguin.
The thing is, you can't really battle that Virtus Pro comeback thing, but yeah, we can talk about that later on. For now, it is Kinguin, the European mixture, and something that I wanted to point out as well, Scream has been playing with the majority of the Titan players, and they know each other very well. You might know a few tricks that Titan have up their sleeves, maybe not on Train, but maybe on Dust 2 or Mirage. He might remember a few executions from way back, but they also had a few disputes, I believe, with Maniac saying he lacks few qualities. Now,
so what you're saying is there's some beef?
Kind of. Not real beef, but there was the decision to remove Scream was not really well received by the community, and probably not by Scream either. But they had to explain that move, because Scream is a great player. Everybody knows that he has the aim. So why remove that? So and Maniac just made a statement, and it kind of...
It escalated rather quickly, but we can basically say there's no beef, but there's a little bit of processed meat. Let's get into it, as now we will restart it up. Pistol round is where we start. Just also a reminder what's happening in the lower bracket. This match is happening, I don't know if there's another stream or not, but it's happening back over in the players area where Na'Vi is currently going up against Virtus Pro to see who will face up against the loser of this match. So that is what we're looking at. So there's another 3 matches to play here on the stage. Our winners bracket final, our lower bracket final, and then our grand final, and that will wrap up tonight, as well as the event. That is what we are waiting for, as it seems we didn't perfectly start the round, and we got kicked back out again.
Yeah, not yet. So actually about the other game, 99 Damage, the German stream will cover that. So if you want to see Na'Vi against Virtus Pro in a best-of-3 series, actually, you can check that out over there, the lower bracket final, determining the opponent of the loser of this one. So it's going to be really interesting, no matter how those 2 games end. It will be thrilling to watch the last games unfold as Kinguin on the CT side try to hold on to the B bomb side with a few players really close.
Yeah, but Titan making a very quick move. They go up all the way through the bathrooms over to B, and they're down the site, and they're quickly moving to the back of it. Shox is the man leading the charge down, only able to bring down one, and now it's up to Kinguin to get the retake onto this B site. They're losing a couple of players too quickly, with a little bit of team fragging up there from Titan. It wasn't the kill, just the assist. And it'll help Kinguin's task here. Existence, the last man standing. He's up very, very high. Scream kind of feels where he is, and he wants to try and go for the smoke, while Rain is the man doing the flanking here for Kinguin. Decides not to go too far up, and he'll just cover his teammate. They're spraying through the smoke. Existence, actually, well, Scream's going to go down. That bomb's still ticking, and now another try. Where is his vision? Comes in for the knife. He's a little bit too far out. He swipes over his head. Kinguin will win the round. They still got the defuse in, but the knife kill will still give some extra cash. But Titan, that wasn't really the way they saw that going down.
Not exactly. Still well handled by Existence to still get the frag on the diffuser through the smoke. That's not easy to do with the pistol. And then obviously he ran out of bullets, so he took out the knife, and he just missed that second knife. It could have changed the round.
So now Kinguin having the gun advantage. They try and play nice and back. There's no reason to put themselves in any kind of risk. It's Titan who are the one poking the defense. Two to come down through drop. Fox already waiting here with the P90. Takes out one. Wasn't ready for RPK. Having that AK. Existence is the only other man on Titan who does have a weapon. He's moving up through the train yard.
It is a second round buy by Titan already. They realized they eliminated the CTs. They had to fully buy up, so the economy is obviously being played by Titan, but right now it is Kinguin picking up the kills.
Yeah, as Kinguin also picking up the weapons, able to grab one of those AKs, and Rain will be able to bring him down. That's that M4 going to work. And they do manage to save both AKs, actually switching out the Scout for Rafamus. So they dropped the Scout at the end of the round. And Kinguin now 2-0. Titan with the force buy means they're into an eco.
Yeah, the bomb plan and the elimination of the CTs allow Titan to go for their cheeky try to go for Tech 9s and 2 AKs, but with the first AK already being dropped in Pop Dog, it all went south really quickly, and Kinguin should have an easy round ahead of them. Titan will just try to get the bomb plan.
Dennis already finds one. That nade, nice position right on top of where the bomb is. Michael also going to work together with him. And the CTs together, they just split themselves up the train, and they'll slowly move forward as a line while the push comes in from behind as well. The bomb will be defused in the middle of the fire, but it's still going to be the round going the way of Kinguin. 3-0. We expected nothing less, though. When you've got an eco, we're talking about the importance of money on a map like Train, and Titan just had none of it.
Yeah, and the bomb plan was obviously helping them getting those 5 AKs. Now, Kinguin will not exchange any of the rifles for an AWP. It would be a kind of a stupid move to do if they have that economy working. You know, you don't want to risk it and leave one of the rifles behind in spawn. If one of them had been killed, they would have probably went for the AWP, but not like that.
Scream is in such a great position for this defense. Titan are going to come out now. They probably would think that someone may be up high, but Kinguin, they lost one. Scream actually taking out Maniac. That last little flanker will reveal his position. The bomb is already down. RPK, that's a big kill to get. Scream taking a fall. It's a 3-on-3 with Smith in a great position to stop the connect and move out. Nice spray control. This pulls down and fires the head of Michael after killing off Fox. And Rain, the last sole survivor, doesn't feel like he can retake the B side, so he's just running away with the AK, and we'll look for the exit frags out of connector. Yeah,
Titan did do the only thing that he can actually do about the B bomb set. We talked about that before the game was going live. There are only so many spots that you can hide in on the B bomb set when you have planted a bomb. One of them is obviously the B halls, but then you only have one position to peek the bomb from, which is upper, basically, because you don't really want to peek the bomb from lower. It's way too exposed and way too easy to kill you. Really hard to get away from as well. So Titan pushed through back into the CT spawn area and had those 2 players over there handling the back of the CTs actually as they get in from the A bomb set. Really well played by the Frenchman.
Now, though, they've got to get back-to-back rounds with double AWPs for Kinguin. A lot of lines being watched. Smith's hoping for that early pick, but he's not really finding the opening for it. Now, again, just slow things down. It's the way Train works. It's the slow, it's the pick, it's checking corners. There's so many for the T's to actually check before they can push into the sights.
Yeah, not showing their hands, even though they fire off a few shots over at Ivy. It is just designed to keep Rain a little bit weary and maybe keep one of the other CTs occupied with having an eye out on that position as well. So Titan still have all the openings. They could still push into B if they wanted to, but it seems like they are really committed to the A bomb set right now. Existence is going to push through to Ivy while his teammates are coming in from Pop Dog and A main, as Fox will be in the spotlight right now. He needs to go big for his squad.
They're running out of time, though. We're down to 35 seconds. And Titan, well, they haven't dropped down through ladder just yet. And with the Molotov, that's really going to slow down Titan. They already lost existence, but they're pushing out and they're committing Maniac and Shocks, trying to gain control of the yard. The fire is finally going to dissipate, but you're down to 20 seconds and 4 CTs still left alive. You're going to lose a couple of them. RPK and Shocks teaming up. So they're down to 3, 14 seconds left on the clock. Rain waiting for that push through, spams up a little bit. Michael Early's got a nice little angle. He didn't actually see Titan moving onto the side, but Rain's going to reveal it. They've got a good cross. There goes Smiths and Shocks, the final man standing. The bomb might be down, but he's flanked on all sides. Kinguin, a great retake of the site once the bomb plant went down. Kinguin unable to hold the angles.
And the ace by Rain from Ivy just going massive for Kinguin. Titan had some timing issues in that push, and that allowed Rain to turn left and right, get a frag over here, turn around, get another frag over there, then turn another direction and get 2 more frags over there. So it was more or less not 5 people opposing him at the same time, but he had those duels basically, and Rain is an aim monster. He can win whatever duel he picks.
And he did it so well. Now Titan, again, they do buy up. As many smokes and nades left over. And in fact, just that pulp flash, just that run through from Maniac, not actually able to work. But they're down to 1. It's going to be Shocks, and Titan starting to lose control here on the T round as they go 5-1. The money still very limited for Titan. They could force, but they won't get much. Like, you're looking at Tech 9 armor and a couple of smokes, if that's going to be enough for him. If not, we're looking at another full eco.
Yeah, trying that A rush was just trying it. They will probably not do it again. They know that Kinguin can handle it right now, but it's always worth a try to surprise your opponent with those quick pushes. But actually, something that I wanted to point out about the ace round by Rain is the Molotov and Pop Dog slowed down the 2 terrorists that were designed to push in from that, and that threw off the complete timing. So Kinguin have those small things that they can use right now with the economy working for them. They have 5 incendiary nades together with the smoke and the HE grenades. They can slow down those pushes so much, and they can throw off that timing. If Titan can't communicate that they are stuck on another position, it's going to be really hard for them to really make that 5-man push work.
And time is a factor. Like, it's all about counting it down. This time Titan move a little bit quicker. They're coming over towards the B site where the defense is a little bit light. Screamer's the man sitting on the train. He's got a nice little corner. Can't find the pick, but instantly just backs up, throws the Molotov to try and slow down the pressure. And, well, he will be dropped. But it's going to buy time for the rest of Kinguin to move over. Dennis got to check that tray on the left. He started looking down there and does actually bring down Shocks.
Sick kill by Dennis there. Really close. Really hard to find.
Has to use the pistol to finish it up. And actually Maniac walking into his crosshair. Existence the last man up. He's sitting actually back a long, long way. All the way up high on the B side. But Titan, they can't defend this bomb site. Fox is keeping him back. Existence didn't pick up any weapons. So he's just going to back up with a basic pistol. In fact, even lose that one too. Dying after the bomb was defused. As Kinguin goes 6-1. It was the eco, and now we'll start to see Titan buy up. And heavily buy up too.
Yeah, see 6-1 in favor of the CTs. Not too much to worry about for Titan yet. Obviously, they were looking to get a streak going with their 4th round win when they win the 4th round. But they still have 8 rounds to go in this half, so they have a lot of time to work out how the CTs click and where to go and where to slide in. That is what RPK is doing right now. Shocks as well, 2v3 now.
Yeah, they combine up nicely. Scream needs to make a little bit of space for him. Not really possible. As he had Rain to support it, but Maniac has the time to flank around. And Titan, worth it on the buy round. They were actually able to only hold to the 2 AKs. They lost their AWP they had. And Kinguin won't be in a bad position. Like, they still had tons of money, so they've got this buy as well as potentially a forced one coming up next. And Titan, they need to get the back-to-back rounds.
Indeed, they need to string those rounds together to force the CTs on a save and make this really successful. If they keep losing and trading and then, you know, losing 1 or 2 rounds, they are back to save, they lose the third, then they win 1 again, but then the CTs have the economy, so they can force them right back. And now they just swarm into the B bomb set with all their people. Shox is hanging back though.
And he's got to find something as Existence charging on through. He's going to find Scream. Finally, Dennis will put a bullet in his back. Not from range with that orb, just from pretty short range, in fact. But Titan, they have that bomb plant down. CTs pretty nicely spaced, trying to get the picks. Fox will take 1. Michaelelli going to go up a little bit high, get some vision. Smith revealing himself on the train, but then he gets completely blinded. Michaelelli going to be forced down until Smith can get that pick. It's Shox who's giving him the issue. And now it's going to be Smith who finishes the job. 1-on-1, Fox against Shox. The time is ticking out, and I don't think he's got no time left. In fact, he's going to try and leg it, but on 8 life, it's not enough to survive. So Kinguin will lose everyone, and Titan will claim another round.
Yeah, that was really important for them, even though the CTs still have 2 players with a lot of money. They have to think twice. Look at that. They really take their time to figure out what to do right now. They know that if they don't get this round on the board, Titan would have 4 rounds, then making the CT safe. So 5 rounds for Titan, 6-5 on the terrorist side. Yeah. That's a really big number.
6-5, HLTV confirmed as Titan. They're able to get through the CT defenders, already 2 down for the count. Still got Scream and Dennis with these M4s, but Scream having to battle inside of smoke. And Smith with the P90 doesn't make this easy, brings down Scream. Well, now Rain on the little side push. He's inside the smoke though, so Existence actually should have had the advantage. But Rain finds the corner of the smoke, brings down Existence. And now this isn't as simple for Titan as they would have hoped it would be until Rain lines up like that. It's Rain and Dennis combining together. Titan losing 2 in very quick succession. That bomb is still on the deck. And Rain is the man. He's got at least the high side. Shox is the man of the defense, and he gets scouted out. So Rain can't connect on the shot just yet. Switch over to CZ. They're still very low. As Dennis keeps the distraction up, and there's that flank coming in. And it will, in fact, be Dennis to get the shot down. No bomb plant. That's why Shox wasn't just playing for the time. And it goes 7 rounds to 3. Kinguin finally getting a 1 round back.
Yeah, methodical, so to speak, retake of Shox's position inside the A bomb. So they pinned him down with 1 player, maintaining that angle, so Shox couldn't get away. And Rain was slowly but surely pushing forward, so they thinned the angles that Shox could use to avoid being killed. In the end, Rain puts him down. 14 frags right now compared to the 7 on Smith and RPK. That's a really big number, especially with 10 rounds played. 14 frags is huge.
Michaelelli is able to get the vision before the smoke pops. So Smith brought down before Titan get onto the site. Doesn't really seem like much when you are only you're running into the B site. When you get a pick like that, it's nice on Dennis. But you're running into the B site with one nade and 1 flash. And pistols only. That's not a lot to work with. Michaelelli sees Shox, waiting for Shox to have another peek straight down the train line. With Fox up high, Scream as well. They both just jump up. It's a quick execution of Titan's lineup. And it'll go 8 rounds to 3.
Yeah, the almost mandatory bomb plan coming through for Titan, even though they only pick up 1 frag. They should be happy with the outcome of this round. And they have some money to work with in this one. 6K for the players, so they can afford basically everything they want to have. They just need to make it work with that economy. Now, the CTs on the other side, they are not yet, you know, they were not in a position to save just yet, but they are still not really out of the situation to be forced to save. You know, the terrorists still have the chance to do that. Kinguin is trying to prevent that from happening with a somewhat aggressive push in Pop Dog, and Ivy seems to be controlled by Rain once again, and he already has his 2nd ace of the tournament in the back.
And get another one. Not that hard when you got 3 Titan players looking to push through, but Smith's with that AWP, he's the man that's trying to get that pick on Rain for now. We just got to see the angle briefly for a moment there. Just looks for that pick, can't get it though. Death takes a dink to the face.
Now, will Titan know that Rain is on the other side? That's a big question. Smith. They won't.
He just walks straight up. It's going to be Scream and Rain. Rain picking up 2. Fox as well able to get into the mix, and Shox is the last man left alive. Michael will drop him down, but Kinguin more back-to-back rounds. Now making it 3 in a row for them as they go 9-3. It seems they just keep doing things in pairs of 3. There's 3 rounds, then 1 to tease.
Yeah.
Then 3 rounds, then 2 to tease. What happens now? Titan get 3 rounds back-to-back?
Well, if that happens, well, it won't happen.
Then it's a pattern.
I'm
then the pattern is real. And then Titan should win, just based on that mathematics. Numbers wins out.
Maybe Anis can do a theory craft about that in the upcoming
You
weeks.
could try.
Yeah.
It's highly unlikely, though, Titan will be able to win this round.
Patterns of round trading in CS.
Yep.
No, actually, the save round on Titan will be really weak. No armor for them. They have Fox to work against close by. They are not being backstabbed or anything, but Dennis and Makelele are closing out the B bomb site, so Fox is in a position, as soon as the terrorists make their move, he will be jumping up into Pop Dog and getting himself in the back of the terrorists while they are trying to plan, and he might actually be able to prevent that plan from happening if Dennis and Makelele can't do that.
Makelele actually got caught with a nade out at the moment, but it will still allow Dennis to get the vision, and they're going to wonderful crossfire going to work. Existence still up high as a switch to the USB to finish the job. Both Dennis as well as Makelele very stable on their B defense. The bomb plant did go down for Titan, but the round still belongs to Kinguin as we go into our second last round of the first half. The CTs, they look like they have a firm dominance on this map. But Titan, now's the time. We have weapons back again. We're looking for the 4 AKs, 1 AWP again.
Yeah, and those bomb plans get Titan the chance to, you know, try the very best a little more often than they could have if they didn't get those bomb plans. And that's something really big. If you don't have, you know, -2 rifle rounds, you can try -2 strategies that you have in your backhand.
Oh, this is good for Titan. Already bringing down both Rain and Fox, but Scream moving so quickly behind him. He runs through the fire. RPK will drop him down, but now Makelele as well. The bomb is actually down in Pop Dog, but still Titan. They find the kills. That's the way to go, and they will take now their 4th round. Going into the last one, Kinguin, it's a full buy round for both sides. They've all got cash, and this is it.
If Titan get the 5th round on the board, I would actually consider them in a very good position to win this, considering how many bomb plants they got. And I don't really think, or yeah, it's hard to believe that Kinguin will get as many bomb plants in their own terrorist side. It's just really hard to achieve that goal. Now they lose the first player though, and Kinguin get themselves in a pole position.
Good position from Scream. He just can't hold on to it. Smith's able to actually get the edge of him. And now it's kind of down to 2-on-2. 2 AWPs versus 2 AKs. So Kinguin want to play this range game. Maniac actually was planning the bomb, but pulled out of it at the last moment. Wasn't quite sure if Kinguin were moving up on him. Dennis needs this quick shot. Existence on the other side of the smoke. Fox going to find the first one. And Dennis flashing through, then moving up with a pistol. He'll bring it down, and Kinguin will have a firm advantage going into the second half with 11 rounds to 4 going their way. Solid start.
Yeah, the European squad definitely pulled it back together after giving up a few rounds to the terrorists. They were never really forced on a safe round, and that was the key factor. As soon as the CTs are forced on a save, they lose control. The terrorists build up some economy. Usually they build up some economy, and that allows them to string a few weapon rounds together, try a few more of those strategies, keep the pressure high on the CTs, put a strain on the nerves, and then grind out a few more rounds. Like this, Kinguin was able to buy up almost all the time, while Titan kept saving and then buying up, going for a force buy, then going for a save again, and then buying up again.
Do you notice the way Kinguin are playing this? Like, they got the option right now. If they do get these initial hits through Ivy, which they didn't, Smith actually picked off Fox, they can just go down, drop, and come into the A side. If it doesn't work, they can work with a pair. Both Dennis as well as Makelele can just run themselves over the B plant. Now, chaos is being made on A, but they're coming in for the B plant. Maniac waiting behind Wood. He can actually pick him up. Now they get the vision. They need to bring down Maniac. Not before he deals the damage, but it's a 2-on-1. Makelele will have to clutch this pretty hard. All they really want was the bomb plant. They can use economy later on to give themselves a good buy round. But RPK and Shox have to execute this absolutely perfectly. Makelele's going to back himself up so he can play high side instead.
Yeah, PK will try to confront him from close by. Makalele
Oh!
will take him down with a straight headshot.
Back it up,
1v1
Shox.
now. Shox is on the hunt. Will he find him in time?
No, he actually won't. He's taken too much time for this. Michaelelli, he will finally get the kill, but the bomb is ticking so quickly, Shox cannot defuse it. Kinguin will take the first round of their T side up against Titan.
And the chances were so slim. Well played by Makalele to slow them down, picking up the double kill on the way through, and then delaying Shox's push or Shox's defuse by moving back into the B hallways. Great play by Kinguin, making it 12-4, and the CT's buying 3 scouts. Now I'm really curious where they want to put them. Probably one on Ivy, one on the B bomb site, and one somewhere at A in the back.
Well, they can try and get as much cover and picks as they want to with that, but it looks like Kinguin, they're pulling out the Khalils, they're pulling out the AKs, and they're going to come straight down drop. Moving on to the site, Molotovs are also up, and they still push him out, but then RPK gets the first kill over on Makalele. They can't get more. Smith is up on Heaven, getting tagged up pretty heavily, but he's still looking for more as Maniac comes in with a pistol, and Titan actually keep Kinguin back. They ran out. It looked like they had the advantage with the mollies and the smokes, but Titan kept the vision on the edge of the rail yard, and Kinguin never found their way in.
The smokes, the scouts doing the trick right now. Smith's taking a lot of attention away from the lower players who were working their magic from the train lines. RPK with a few frags, Shox was in there as well. So Titan with a very good comeback straight at the terrorists who refuse to save. They know that the CT's economy is not good yet. They want to at least take down 3 of the CTs to make them, you know, not be able to buy up.
It's going to be difficult, but knowing the Titan, well, I say if they got 2 scouts, at least it's not an AWP they're up against. But getting themselves onto train yard, they're going to give it a shot. A lot of damage coming into Smith, and he will actually drop to Fox. Before Shox actually gets revenge onto Makalele, again being the first T to drop. They got up onto the site, but they cannot control it. Kinguin, they're losing Fox as well. He's dropping very quickly. They're both caught in the long side of the train yard. Scream needs to try and find some space on him, but Existence with the AK. At least Fox was able to pick himself up a real weapon. And, well, that's not going to survive for long. And this is going to be the CT round. They'll come in for the defuse.
That was actually looking really scary for a second. If Maniac hadn't pushed into the bomb site like he did with a very aggressive move, disposing of the terrorists that held onto the bomb train, it could have given the terrorists a chance to get themselves into comfortable after-plan positions, maybe set up a crossfire here and there, get their hands on a rifle, and then Titan would have had a very hard time. They already had a hard time, but it would have been even worse for the Frenchmen. Now Kinguin on another force buy thanks to the bomb plant, so they will just keep forcing up Tech 9s now for them.
They really just want to try and cripple Titan without having to invest too much or just throw away around, which is different to the way Titan approach their T side. They try to wait until they can get that AWP up and running. But Kinguin, they just played the money side. Like we've now, there's 2 rounds in a row the CTs have managed to claim. Their bonus will start to kick in later on, so they can get away with these aggressive buys. Maniac with the Molotovs down. Kinguin taking a lot of burn damage. Fox and Rain actually doing the work as they came in through the fire. Existence still has that high plat side, as he also gets another kill on Fox, and Makalele through the smoke. Screams the last man left alive. The bomb plant is down, but at the same time, Titan, they're moving in. They'll just go easily for the defuse, and nothing is going to stop this. Scream might give it a crack, but he'll probably also just get snapped back. But what's he really going to lose? It's just a pistol anyway. If he can get a weapon, that'll be nice, but nothing's there, so he'll just let it go.
Yeah, Kinguin was probably going for those Tech 9 buys. First, because the CT's money wasn't looking good, and second, because they realized we are up 12-6. What are we to lose? If we win a round, that's perfectly fine for us. We can work on top of that. We can make the CTs save and win 2 rounds for free. If we lose it, well, we've got a rifle round coming up anyway, so who cares? That's what they are planning right now. 4 AKs, Tech 9 for Rain, and well, I would actually put an AK in his hands because he's just so burning hot right now.
They don't know what they want him to do. That's to pick up Smith with the Tech 9. He needs to push aggressively, so you don't want to try and risk the AK. He can see the gun. Like, that is the rifle muzzle sticking out. They'll get the flash, and Smith will get both the kills on both Scream and Rain. While Fox aggressively pushing up. Maniac looking the right direction at the right time. will bring down Fox, and this push from Kinguin has failed pretty badly. Michael Ellie even getting outgunned by Shox, and Shox, well, he will go down, but RPK will wrap it up, and Titan starting to gain a lot of rounds back in quick succession.
Yeah, now it's only 4 rounds separating the two teams. Considering the frags on Kinguin, look at that. Almost everyone on 16 kills except for Mekelele and Dennis on 15 and 12, but they can swing that around in 1 round.
Yeah.
So Kinguin is just leveled out. It is, I think, the most equal squad out there right now.
It's pretty balanced.
Considering the fragging, yeah.
They also got a lot of those when they're still on T side. When they're on CT side. So
Yeah.
on T side, there's been a couple of picks here and there, which has kept everything pretty balanced. But beyond that, there's no one man that's been able to shine through. Like RPK right now is just going ham all over Kinguin. And it is going to be an eco RPK. As I say that, he'll get jinxed by myself, and Dennis is able to get that quick pick on him. But he's trapped on 4 different sides in the train yard and will drop down. So Kinguin, they only lose 1 weapon, nothing too expensive. They've still got a lot of money left on all of their players. But this is the buy round for Kinguin, and this time they have an AWP on T for the first time on the T side.
Yeah, and this is going to be the key round right now. Kinguin need to get it on the board, otherwise Titan's money will get out of hand. They will have the confidence as well, and they will probably figure out how Kinguin will click as well.
Woo!
Yeah, exactly.
That works.
Yeah.
That was perfect for Michael Ellie. Just a quick drop down. Takes off the head of Shox. And this loosens up Titan's defense a little bit more. Looks like Kinguin for now. They are still looking to add pressure. Fox is the man playing around inside of Ivy. So this time they do actually pull Rain off that. And he's currently sitting over, waiting, not up in the bathrooms, just lower than that. They just want to come into the train yard. But Dennis and Michael Early is hoping to open up a little bit more, at least distract them over towards B. The time is running low with 56 seconds on the clock. And I say low because it takes so much prep work to get these times. But Dennis, he's on the B side. He actually walked into the B site right now, popping the flashes, expecting someone there. Did you see the head? I don't think he saw the head.
No, Existence really needs to watch out now. Dennis is about to flank him by accident, so to speak. He doesn't even know. Now he heard Existence, but Existence doesn't know that Dennis is here. In the meantime, Maniac will pick off Mekelele. And now it's a 3v4. Dennis can't waste any more time with Existence. He needs to help his teammates out.
Smith, the call never came. Maniac dropped, and now Dennis managed to grab 3 with this push through B. He opens it up, and oh, that call was a little late. Titan were very exposed, but he committed to the shot. And that means Kinguin can get themselves a good round. They're going to go into a 5 AK build as Titan. They still, remember, they had a lot of money. They can still afford up that AWP and 4M4s.
Yeah, well played by Dennis, especially with the push into the back of the CTs. While the main execution was going on, he didn't waste too much time getting rid of Existence. He realized, okay, my teammates need me right now. I have to push into the A-bomb site to get something on the board for them, otherwise we might lose the round.
Here they come. Maniac, critical time for him. Takes out 1, gets the second as well. It slows down the push from Kinguin as he backs up onto the site. They just cannot get control until finally Maniac will drop. But he did so much damage already that Kinguin are so crippled. Getting this B plant and holding it is practically impossible. So they can either save the A case or they can try for train yard. And it looks like that's exactly what they're doing. Michael Early quickly down. If they can control connector, they can get through. But Smith's already scouting out the bouncing Michael Early. The Molotov's going to keep them actually out. That Molotov perfectly over connected. The smoke is out too, so Titan having to back up and come through the rear of train yard, while that bought time for Kinguin to get the plant down and them to also reposition around the plant.
Yeah, that Molotov granted the bomb plan for Kinguin. That is what they were looking for initially. Now they just have to cover those angles, which they are able to do. Smith alone against 2.
Michael Lely gets his shots. Perfect for Kinguin. And Dennis and Michael Lely, they really start combining. Michael Lely with their first AWP drop, just straight down drop, gets the pop, and up again before he gets picked, because there was a second CT right behind him on that round. And then Dennis with a slow move in through B. This time, yes, things looked very, very, very rough. With some good entry kills from Titan, in fact, when Kinguin were trying to make that entry. And then they just lost their control. They lost control of connector. The Molotov positioning is what made it work. Now it's Dennis's turn to try and come down, drop. RPK will shut him down. It's a decent amount of damage for it, but still able to kill off both Michael Early and Dennis, the 2 danger men of the last 2 rounds.
Now this is the last stand of Titan, basically. If they lose this round, they would be saving. They invested everything in this round. Max 7 for Smith actually. So Kinguin moving forward. They know that they could actually win this round with win this game with this round.
And they got to do it tight. Smith actually holding back so perfectly on Ivy and Scream. Still to find the two, but there is your flank. Maniac went all the way around to shoot him in the back. And it will be now the French. Still behind by 4 rounds, but as you said, the money is going to be there for Titan. As Kinguin, this is that time. They get armor as well as the Tech 9 over on Rain, and more than likely he's going to be that man trying to play the Ivy. If they can get in, fantastic. If they can't, it's still an eco.
Well, everyone else chimed in really late. That was a really late buy by Kinguin, while Maniac was running back for the CTs in the previous round, picking up the backstab, RPK and company. Wow, they need to hold on to the A-bomb set. They can't give it away just like that.
It's Rain and Fox going to work. Rain really been a big highlight man for Kinguin over the course of this tournament. And Shox trying to stop them in the tracks, but it's Fox who's able to get the pickup. And now it's a 2-man defense from Titan. While you might have an AWP as well as the M4, you've got Kinguin getting all over you like a hot rash. You need some space to work with, and Smith is able to make it. Existence will capitalize on it, bringing down Michaelelli as the sole survivor for Titan. They barely hold on to that round against Kinguin.
Yeah, really scary round there by.
Hey! There we go. So 14 rounds 11 as Kinguin. They have to. They don't even have to do anything. Like, they've got their AKs. They can slow this down. They just play Titan the old-fashioned way, and that's no risk whatsoever. As it looks like now, Kinguin not actually able to get up through Ivy. Smith sitting inside the smoke, actually over the top of the smoke, blinded up, but that's as Kinguin is running themselves away. They were making that very, very obvious with the run too. So Titan, they're not going to find any kind of pickoffs over an Ivy. The question is, does Kinguin still want to try and come into train yard? Maybe if Fox can get the first pickoff over on Maniac on B, they'll consider a different option. The smokes come in as well as the flashes. Shox very defensively holding. He's in the middle of the smoke.
Kinguin with the patience right now, just waiting out for the CTs to make a mistake. Smith coming in from behind. He might put that stick between their legs even before they can execute.
And Existence, well, yeah, goodbye Fox. 36 seconds left on the clock, time is running out. RPK gets to pick on Michaelelli, but Kinguin, they're all over that side, but they're about to get flanked at the moment. It's down from drop, but then Dennis picks up Smith. Existence again going to try and play from this smoke, bouncing himself over the smoke, and he's able to pick up 1 and 2. Dennis and Scream both going down. Titan regaining the rounds and forcing this really, really close at 14-12. The money is not there for Kinguin. It's there for Titan, however.
Yeah, and Existence is there for Titan as well, picking up crucial frags left and right now. The in-game leader putting in the numbers just like he did yesterday when Titan were able to come out on top of Virtus Pro Mousesports. And Existence actually with a triple kill in this crucial round to keep his team in the lead, or not in the lead, but in the, so to speak, lead in this half. And they really need him to be that in the next round. RPK on 21 as well, so he's still in the same shape that he was in the past games. Really nice to see him perform like he does right now.
Well, you have to keep it up, Kinguin. They are looking initially over to Vines. It was Scream with a bomb who was teaming up with Rain, Ivy, who seems to just enjoy that area. Shox from back of the site. They just play the easy range. They knew it was Kinguin on eco. No reason to put themselves in any kind of risky positions. And now, Kinguin, they have themselves a buy, but they're pushing for this pretty hard. The AWP over on Fox, no head armor, just the basic. And then the 4 AKs, heavy on the Molotovs. And they've still got the smokes and the flashes as well. So this is it for Kinguin. They need to get this 15th round up, or Titan could just start to run away with this game. We are still looking at anything possible, but it's not like maps like Overpass. When that happens, Smith, such an aggressive move coming out from Titan, and they're going to get punished for it. And this opens up the defense. Rain just wants to leg it in. The flashes are already out, and he's actually got a blind Existence to kill off. As Rain will be able to control Connect, and they get control of the side. This is big. Titan are down to just Maniac. And that aggressive move, Rain's able to put the final nail in the coffin. Huge round for Kinguin, and a surprising move from Titan. It's like they just want to try and mix it up, but they lost out big.
Yeah, they were somehow prepared for it while not being prepared for it. Kinguin had pushed 2 players into, or to the direction of Ivy, but the CTs were a little quicker, and then it was Make a Lily getting that first frag, allowing Scream to get the second, and as quick as that, we ended up in a 4v3 with the terrorists pushing into the A bomb.
Oh, look at him come. They're trying to go with all the momentum. Rain reaping it in. He's looking for the third. It's actually going to get a little bit of a glimpse over on Scream, and yep, there's another one. Sorry, Smiths. As it's just down to 2, Maniac in existence. Rain just wants to keep going for it, but he's got the bomb. He's got to get the plan down for now. Maniac tries to make his way out, able to find one, but one is not enough. This is going to be the round and the map for Kinguin, going 16-13 on Train as we'll head into Dust 2, which is our second map.
It is the map pick of Kinguin.